Countdown's number 2 story. Tonight's worst persons in the world. The bronze goes to Bill the Clown. Tuesday night on MSNBC, someone said that people who watch Fox News are paranoid and racist. That should tell you everything you need to know about the entire NBC situation. Pinhead does not even begin to cover it. That would have been me. I said that. That, to quote it exactly, since Fix News has now migrated completely over to serving propaganda to tinfoil hatters, conspiracy theorists, paranoids, and racists, it is not a news organization. Mr. O'Reilly is upset, and he has a right to be upset. Tinfoil hatters, conspiracy theorists, paranoids, and racists. I'd like to apologize. I left out loons. Fox News is only in the business now of serving propaganda to tinfoil hatters, conspiracy theorists, paranoids, racists, and loons. Own pinheads. People who watch Fox News thinking that there is news in it are tinfoil hatters, conspiracy theorists, paranoids, racists, loons, and pinheads. Our runner-up, so are many of the hosts, like Lonesome Rhodes Beck here, with a twofer about the advertiser protest after he called the president a racist with a deep-seated hatred of white people. They're now up to 46 advertisers who bailed out. Quote, they can take my job and they can take my wealth, but that's okay, even if the powers to be right now succeed in making me poor, drum me out, and I'm just a worthless loser, which I'm just about that much above that now. I will only be stronger for it. Hey, Glenn, you know there's great wisdom in that old tasteless joke. Just remember, when you put yourself up there, you can never drive in the last nail yourself. Part 2, if you watch MSNBC, I contend that you will see the future because they are laying the groundwork for a horrible event that will, what they're laying the ground for, anything from the right there, some awful event, and I fear this government, this administration has so much framework already prepared that they will seize power overnight before anybody even gives it a second thought. Look, this administration has a comfortable majority in both houses, and it still hasn't even been able to show the ability to seize health care. So when you say stuff like that, you don't just sound crazy. You sound really poorly informed and crazy. By that horrible, awful event from the right, by the way, that's already happened. It's called the Glenn Beck Show. But our winner, once again, Congressman Wally Herger of the 2nd District of California, still defending his actions and those of that guy at his town hall, Bert Stead. Conveniently, videotape has finally surfaced.
I have been known to say things fishy. I have been known to even attend ReadingTeaParty.com protests. And I want to say that I'm a proud right-wing terrorist. I didn't come prepared with a lot of notes tonight. I left them actually at home while I was looking for my birth certificate.
Amen. God bless you. There's a great American, isn't it?
Well, now we know Mr. Stead is a birther, too, and a Tea Partier. And Congressman Herger not only still thinks he should not have been gently asked not to throw the term right-wing terrorist around, he's blaming, who else? The Obama administration. Herger's office has issued yet another statement, nobody's name attached to it this time. Mr. Bert Stead, it says, is a taxpayer and veteran who, like so many others, is rightfully fed up with being called un-American or extremist or a political terrorist by liberals in Washington for simply exercising his First Amendment rights. Mr. Stead served his country, and therefore he is a great American. The congressman doesn't at all regret commending him for standing up, exercising his free speech rights, and expressing his strong concerns with the direction liberals in Washington are taking our country. Except no liberal called him un-American. That was a lie. It was a misquoting of the Speaker of the House. It was designed to give people like Stead an excuse to get out his don't tread on me paranoia. And no liberal called him an extremist or a political terrorist. That was a report from the Department of Homeland Security, a report that was commissioned while George Bush was still president, noting evidence that the right-wing militias in this country might attempt to indoctrinate veterans just back from Afghanistan or Iraq. Mr. Stead clearly is not just back from Afghanistan or Iraq. Mr. Stead can be excused for not knowing any of this or choosing not to know any of it. He has been spoon-fed this crap from the right for 7 months at least. But if Congressman Herger doesn't know this or is choosing not to know it, he is violating his constitutional responsibilities, he is fomenting violence, and if he will not speak out in favor of law and order in this country, he should resign his seat. Wally Herger, Congressman, California 2nd, today's worst person in the world.